Hey guys, before I begin this video, I just want to mention real quick that this is not a legit benchmark for the i7-8700K that I will be talking about. So if you're looking for that, if you're like me and you were thinking about buying this chip, then I would not necessarily recommend watching this video for that purpose, because there's no legit benchmarks in here. Just wanted to make that known, because there might be some people that click on the video that are looking for benchmarks for this thing. I'm not a professional, anything, so, you know, probably not the video you're looking for, so I'm sorry about that. Alright, let's get into the video. What's going on, guys? Linus here. Welcome to sort of an update video, but not really. Basically, I recently tweeted about upgrading my PC over the Christmas holiday. I've been having a lot of issues with my PC, and it's a good PC, but my processor was very outdated, my RAM was very slow, and I figured it was time to change that. Like, I had a processor that was 6 years old, and it was fine for general gaming most of the time, but recently I also upgraded to a 1440p monitor, and it was definitely struggling in some games. I have a GTX 1070 graphics card, which is totally fine, you know, for 1440p gaming, but specifically for recording, I was running into a lot of issues, and I figured, you know what, let's just bite this damn bullet, let's upgrade. So I got an i7 8700K, which just came out. So basically, I'm sort of like, I guess I'm not really an early adopter, but basically, as soon as it was available in my country, I got it. I think they had like a very small batch available a few months before, but I didn't even know about it, you know, back then. So as soon as I saw they were available, I figured, you know what, let's just go for it, let's do this. And everything went pretty smoothly. We upgraded the PC, it took a little while because we had to replace the motherboard, the processor, the RAM. Basically, almost my entire case had to, you know, everything had to come out, we had to put everything back in. But it went pretty okay. And now we're looking at some clips that I recorded, specifically of games that didn't really run all that great. The first clip is Total War Warhammer 2, which is a game that I really enjoyed. I got it like a few days before it came out, and I was really excited to start a series on it. And then it turns out that it was basically impossible for me to record, because the program that I usually use is OBS. And if I used OBS to record this, it would just drop to like 20 frames. It was like barely playable for me when I wasn't recording, where it was like, you know, between 40 and 30 or lower FPS, and when I recorded it was even lower. So I figured that was a game that I really wanted to try and record in 60 FPS, 1440p, where I'm still seeing a few drops here and there, because I think the setup that I've got going is not ideal. Like, if you want to record at the highest quality, I think it might be best to have a second PC capturing what is happening on your, you know, primary gaming PC. But that's just a setup that I can't afford. I'm not gonna get a second PC just so I can, you know, record. But actually, yeah, no, it runs really well. Like, the game runs super smoothly now. Oh yeah, I also got new RAM. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I basically had DDR3. I had 32 gigs running at 1600 megahertz. Now I've got 16 gigs, which is like half of that, but it runs at 3200 megahertz, so it's less memory, but the memory that is available runs at a much higher speed than what I used to have, so that is a huge step up for me as well. And then obviously the processor's, you know, pretty huge jump or leap in quality as well. But yeah, I just figured I'd record some stuff, just see how it goes, and just let you guys know that I'll probably be messing a little bit with settings and trying to figure out, like, how should I best record now. Because I had the setup that I had for like I don't know, maybe a year or two since I really upgraded anything. So I was sort of used to doing things in a very specific way, and now I have more freedom in how I want to do stuff. Like, some games I feel might actually be better to record in 30 frames per second if there's some dips, because that can get distracting or annoying. Whereas other games actually go really well in 60 FPS. Whereas, you know, I used to record everything in 30 FPS, but now I can safely record stuff like Civ, probably XCOM as well, in 60 FPS now. Actually, that's the second game that I got a little clip off, is some XCOM 2 stuff. Basically, XCOM 2 never really ran well for me when it came out, so I didn't really play it that much. And then later on I got a graphics card upgrade, so it ran better. But still, when recording, I had to drop all settings to medium if I wanted to record at 1440p. But now I can just, you know, record it at 60, and there's still like a dip every here and again, but it's not as distracting as you think it would be, and it just looks a lot better generally. So I'm really, really happy with that as well. Let's see what else. Basically, I just really wanted to mention that to you guys, so I upgraded it. Everything's gonna look a bit better. Mostly it was, you know, like for recording stuff and for rendering stuff. Because rendering used to be sort of like a 1-to-1 ratio for me, where basically a 40-minute video took about 40 minutes to render in 1440p. Because I have a pretty good sort of preset that I use for rendering a video. That did mean, however, that if I, say, wanted to render a video at like 5 p.m. and have it up by 7, that was kind of difficult because I had to have everything ready and then render, and then, you know, basically when it's done rendering, it takes another couple minutes, and then I have to still upload it, which takes a while. Whereas now, I think a 40-minute video would probably take about 20 minutes to render, possibly a few minutes more. But that's a huge step up for me. That makes my life like a lot easier that I can just do that now. So I'm really, really happy about that. And, you know, like I said, I just wanted to notify you guys, I will be messing with the settings a little bit here and there as we go. But, yeah, I can basically set most games to very high graphic settings and still dependably record at 60 frames per second, which I'm really excited about because I was really bummed out when I realized that I could only record at 30 FPS because I used to always record 1080p, 60 frames per second, but then when I made the jump to 1440p, I had to go back to 30 FPS, so I'm really happy that I can do this now. I know this is all like technical bullshit probably to most of you, but if you're a YouTuber, you probably know that this is like fun stuff for me that I'm just interested in, and I'm just happy that that I can offer like better quality videos. The last game that I have is PUBG, by the way, which is not a very optimized game, I have to say. But I was also running into a lot of issues with that game when recording and streaming, and that popped up suddenly when I was streaming one day. It suddenly started dropping down, and I still actually don't know what was causing that, whether that was a RAM issue or because my processor was so old and maybe a little bit worn out. I don't know if that's even how they work. I feel like they don't really get worn out, but okay. But it just was an issue that popped up when I was streaming it, and now I can just play it in 60 frames per second, and it runs beautifully, and I can record it, and it runs great. And I'm just really looking forward to also testing this out while streaming. I've been taking a break from streaming lately, and I'm going to get back to that probably today. If you're seeing this video today, I'll probably... Actually, at the time you're seeing this, and it's live, I probably will be live streaming right now over at Twitch. So that's cool, right? But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know this is not like an update video. There probably will still be an update video pretty soon. I'm actually still not really sure what I want to start recording since I finished Civilization 6, that series. And I've been looking for games that I want to record, and then I realized that I don't really have anything currently where I'm looking at that makes me go, I want to record this. I mean, there's a couple things that I would like to record, but then they're like really old, or people aren't really interested in those games. So I'm still kind of figuring out what I want to do next. But I'll make a real update video very, very soon. So thanks for listening to me ramble about my upgraded PC. I hope you guys will appreciate and enjoy the increased quality. And with that said, have a good... What day is it today? Thursday? Have a good Thursday. And also weekend. I hope you have a happy 2018 as well. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, it's 2018 now. All right, well, enjoy your year, guys. I'll talk to you later.